Hi, this is Nicole, and I want to talk to you a little bit about paid ads. This is probably the thing that I get the most questions about, which is when is it worth it to pay for an ad, and what ads do I pay for, and how do I go about that? So I want to just explain some things that I think are worth paying for, and that is implied that the other things I don't think are worth paying for. Examples of some ads in this idea of remarketing, which I mentioned previously on the website portion of this module or this course, and I want to visit in more detail. I will say that if you look at Fortune 500 companies, they spend an average of 10% of their gross earnings on marketing. So that gives you just a really general idea that you probably want to spend less than that. So, if you look, and I think in particular when people say, oh, I paid $5 to boost this on Facebook, or I paid $10 to boost this on Facebook, what they see is that they spent like hundreds or thousands of dollars, but they don't quite know what they got for it. So what you want to do is look at your overall marketing budget and understand that you're going to allocate a certain amount of it to paid ads, but it's not going to be a majority. So here are a few instances where I like to use paid ads. One, market research. So what you can do is a series of ads that all run at the same time to the same audience and test different marketing messages. So if you've been on Facebook, you've seen they have these carousel ads, right? And so what that is like you can press the little arrows on either side and you can scroll through. But each one of them has a learn more button. So what this drink mix can do is they're showing only 250 calories, keeps you full for hours, over 70 superfoods and nutrients, and just mix water and go, okay? So they're showing the same ad to the same group of people at the same time. The variable that they've changed, or actually they've changed two variables. One is the text, below each picture, and the other is the picture. So what they can do is they can see which marketing message resonates more with people. Is it the fact that it keeps you full for hours? Is it the fact that it's low calorie? Is it the fact that you don't need anything special and can just mix it with water? So what they can do is, let's pretend that what did well was the 250 calorie one. What they might want to do is a series of ads that says 250 calories that all have the same writing but have different pictures, to just make sure it's not that picture that's getting people's attention, that it's the idea of 250 calories. So before you take out a giant ad in the newspaper, or before you do a whole thing, you can see what's actually valuable to your customers and give them some choices. And you can see whether they click or don't click, and then you'll know. Scenario 2 is you have a time-sensitive offer. So maybe you want to offer a limited price on something and increase the price after the trial period, or something like that. So I like this one because it really hurts my eyes. But this is a something that's, we're bringing back this offer. The idea is it's for a limited time. And if we want to do it, we should do it now. So I like to think about this if I'm hosting my own workshops and I only have 2 spots left in a workshop and I want to get them filled. I'll do an ad like that and just say, hey, 2 spots left, sign up for your spot now. And I'm not necessarily going to give them a discount, but just to there's some reason to act now. And that's why you're seeing this ad. Scenario number 3 is you want to grow on that particular network. So for example, if you want to be on Twitter and grow your network on Twitter, then you should use Twitter ads, right? It kind of makes sense. If you want to grow on that particular network, you're going to use that to get ads. Now, if you just want to get people to your website, that's fine too. But maybe you want to do, Google AdWords ads instead of social media ads. So, here's an example of an ad that was displayed to me about spreadsheets and stuff. I'm guessing I'm getting it because I'm a business owner or listed that I like technology or something. But, they're not necessarily driving me to their website with this, but I'm seeing this product and this product name, and I know what it does without going to their website. So, this whole exposure thing can be helpful too. And a really low, effort way for me to learn more about this would be to just follow them on Twitter, which I can do right from here so they're taking out this ad because they want to grow their Twitter audience and they want people like me to see it. So that's a good thing for them to do too. I will say, we just did a little experiment, and something I noticed with Facebook is that their video ads are way cheaper to advertise than their other stuff. So I took 2 videos that were both about photo filters, or sorry, not videos. So the content, they're both about photo filters. One is a blog post that we wrote about photo filters, and one is a video we did about photo filters. And I did it to the same audience, the same period of time, and the same amount of money. And as you see, the video one got 1,500 views, and the non-video one, just the link, got like 18. Or I guess it reached like, so, okay, let's look at the reach one. That's a little bit. So 404 people saw the link and 2,600 people saw the video. So what I noticed is that videos are cheaper to advertise. So if you're going to take out an ad, maybe think about doing it for a video. Get a little bit more bang for your buck. Now, we mentioned remarketing earlier, and this is basically how it works. So a visitor comes to your website, and this is from Google, by the way, I should say that, comes to your website. There's a tracking code on your website. Now, this visitor is probably logged into Gmail, they're logged into Facebook, and they browse around your site. They leave, and then if you have advertising that's on other websites, like let's say you're part of the Google Display Network, so you advertise on a lot of blogs and websites related to what people are looking for, an ad that goes to your website shows up for them. But because the visitor is familiar with your work, because they've already been to your website, they're probably more likely to pay attention to it because it looks familiar to them. So you can add a Google remarketing pixel and a Facebook remarketing pixel to your website. And basically, you pay for the ads that you're going to show people, but you can use this data later to buy ads and show them to people who have been to your website versus people who haven't. So I just want to put that out there that is a possibility. And I think, as we see increasing amounts of personalization on the internet, we're going to just see more of this stuff, more creepy stuff. So as you see, paid ads are not marketing. You're kind of paying to get attention. So they should be used sparingly and purposefully. And most of your resources, your time and money should be spent creating relationships with people, having conversations on social media, writing blog posts, making sure your website content is up to date, sending out an email newsletter, that kind of thing. Because in ads, you're paying to get attention, and marketing is you're being fun, interesting, helpful, and that gets you attention. Ads are more transactional. Marketing is more relationship, so it's like kind of a longer view. Ads kind of interrupt what you're enjoying. Marketing can feel like part of what you're enjoying. Ads are a one-way conversation. Marketing is a two-way conversation. So all this to say that more marketing, less ads will lead to less expensive and longer lasting results for your stuff. Now, I will talk a little bit in this next module about some ways that you can keep people informed and entertained. So this is I would classify this as other marketing because all of these go across email, social, website, real life, and, but they all are concepts that any business can use for their marketing. So stay tuned for the other marketing module, which is coming up next.